Alright guys, what's up? Treetop Garage, welcome back. Sorry about that. Today we're going to be moving the front shackles on the front end of my Studebaker 49 gasser, Studebaker gasser. A few people, and I already knew, when I got this car, the front end was already installed. It's a Speedway axle, and they had the front shackles that are the articulating type. They had them kind of at the wrong angle, and as soon as I put the motor and trans and all the weight in the front, they kind of just folded over to where they were bottomed out. So I wanted to do this a while ago, and I just kind of put it off and had other stuff going on. But today we finally we're going to actually tackle that. I actually started on it last night. I didn't film anything. I just went in there with my grinder with the cutoff wheel and started cutting the welds. So today my son's here. He's over there. We're going to start getting this thing freed up the rest of the way. I got to disconnect the shocks, and then we're going to let the front suspension kind of hang. We'll cut it the rest of the way loose. It's mostly cut loose right now. And we're going to try to get it all pivoted out more, weld it back in place, and then I got to put the shocks back on. I also did find the ball joint on the passenger side, not the ball joint, but the tie rod. For some reason, I thought I had it tight, but it's not all the way tight. It still has some play in it, so I got to tighten that up. And I don't know, some other stuff we're probably going to do today if we have time. So I think Mill Creek Fab Shop's going to swing by here. I got his cab in here right now, and my son's going to do some stuff to that. So he's going to come by and show him what he wants done to it. So he'll probably be here shortly in a few minutes, I think. And yeah, so I'm going to pause you. We'll do some work on this thing, and we'll be right back. So hold on, guys. We'll be right back. Oh, and don't forget about the giveaway. We're getting close to 700 subs right now. When we get to 1,000, I'm going to be giving away a $300 gift card to wherever you want, as long as I can get it locally or online. And there's also going to be some other stuff with that. There's going to be a t-shirt, some stickers, and there's probably going to be a runner-up prize too. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we'll figure that out when we get closer to 1,000. So if you have not subscribed and commented yet, go to my giveaway video, which I'll put in the comments rather than the description below. Click on that. You got to subscribe. You have to be subscribed to enter, and you have to comment on that video, because I'm going to use that video comments to pick the winner of the prize. So do that if you haven't done it yet. And again, always leave me a comment, because I always respond to comments too. And yeah, we'll pause you. We'll get to the working on this thing, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. My son's over, and before we get started on today's video, just want to show you what he picked up for the Pontiac. Was a 6-speed out of a Camaro. And why don't you just tell everybody what you plan on doing with the Pontiac?
Gasser.
It's gonna be a gasser, right?
Maybe a 400, a T56, probably nitrous.
Nitrous. And maybe you're gonna have to get a front axle, and probably change the rear axle too, yeah. Right? So try and gather up some parts.
And a tunnel ram.
And a tunnel ram. He wants to put a tunnel ram on there. I'd like to put one on mine too one day. But anyways, we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we got the shackles all done and he wanted to finish hooking up the nitrous. So all that's left to get done now is the squirter that mixes, well, the box mixes the fuel, and then this little thing he's putting in now is going to go in the carb or the air cleaner spacer for the spray. So he's got the, I had to buy a different piece to make it work, so he's doing that now. So we'll just let him do that. I'm going to hook that all up. I guess there's a certain way this spray's got to go, so he's doing that now, trying to get it all where he wants it. Once you give them a close-up when you're done, in case anybody's wondering how things got to be oriented. Because I don't know nothing about it. So, just show it like right here. Up more. There you go. So it's got a jet on the bottom. You got to make sure it's oriented toward the bottom of where you're, in this case we're forcing it down into the carburetor, so it's got to be oriented a certain way to make it work, right?
Yeah.
So that's basically what he was doing there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and which kit is this? It's a
wet kit.
It's a wet kit, right? NEX?
Yeah.
Or NEZ?
ZEX.
Oh, I was reading it upside down, okay.
Yeah.
ZEX nitrous kit. This was on your Cobalt, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He talked me into buying it. He actually, I bought it because he needed some money for a hot water heater. So I gave him the money for the water heater, and he gave me this, basically. And he said, I'll install it. So all the wiring, everything is pretty much done except for this part, right? All the wiring and everything's hooked up. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. There's a bunch of wiring involved, and of course, actually, we still have to make some plates for that tank mount, too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have this. Well, I had the stuff probably laying around, but we're going to do that on another video probably, because I'm fairly beat after doing all that stuff today. We were out here. How long did it take us to do that today with the shackles? It was a couple hours at least.
A while.
Yeah. So he's putting the air filter back on it. And it should be, other than hooking up those lines there, it should be good to go, right?
Yeah.
There's 2 lines down. You can see them right there. He's got to route them a little bit around the back of the distributor and everything, so nothing's in the way. We'll get a little bit better view. Oh, now you're going, yeah, you went to the side, a little bit of the side because that carburetor thing was in the way, so that'll actually work perfect for routing those hoses.
Can't tell if I switched
I'll check it in a minute. What are you doing? Are you checking the jet size? Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to put no more timing in this thing. It's already got, timing's kind of where I want it, so. Plus, I don't have one of those fancy timing lights with the all-in type timing. I just have the old school style, which actually, it's not even mine, it's yours. You should, don't forget I have that. I gotta get another one. I had one for years and I had no idea where it went. It disappeared on me. So I need to buy it. I'm probably, if I do buy another one, it'll probably be one of those, what do they call that? What kind of timing light is it? What do they call that one? With the, where you can set it for all-in timing with throttle? They call it something. I don't remember what it is.
My tuner has one.
Yeah, I know people, I've seen people use them on YouTube. I don't have one though. So. But that's probably what I'm going to end up getting. Because you can probably use that as a regular timing light as well, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just finishing up putting these lines on here. Kind of hard to see it just with the hood on now. It's hard to get light in there to see some spots, but you probably can't see that great either. How about now?
I can see it right here.
Yeah. Alright, so the lines are hooked up, just need to tighten them up now. Looks like. What size do you think that is? I can use, or you can get a regular wrench on it probably.
I have no idea.
Oh. You want another wrench here? It's probably like 7/16 or something.
I already got it.
Good installed. Look at that. So, I'm just going to wrap that part up, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to pause you. I'll be back in a minute here. Alright guys, moment of truth. We're getting ready to jack this thing up and get it off these jack stands. Got everything shackles welded a little more forward than 90, so, and before we did actually weld it, we tacked them in place. I jacked it up just to get it out the weight off the jack stands, and it looked like it was going like it's supposed to, so it should be good. And didn't collapse all the way like it was before. Oh yeah, that's looking really good, actually. That's pretty much all the weight off of the jack stands, and we got about 45 degrees right now. I still got to put the shocks back on the top there, but that's going to be no big deal. Alright, let's let her down. Get a better look at it. Alright, so let me give you guys a little bit closer look here. Take you out of the tripod. So, you guys remember, and a lot of you commented on it, these shackles in the front were folded all the way down. Now they're folded about 45 degrees on both sides, so we should be good. This stuff didn't weld very good, but if you got it on there, it's not going to fall off. So yeah, now I got to hook the shocks back up and we should be good to go here. I do have to redo the alignment. This tie rod down here, for whatever reason, when I put these tie rods on, this one never tightened up all the way. It was still a little bit loose. So that could be why we had some death wobble. There could have been a few things, but the alignment, when I did get death wobble, the alignment was way off. I just kind of didn't really align it that great at first. I just kind of wanted to see if it, what it was gonna, how it was gonna drive, and it didn't drive very good with the front end. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put these shocks back on. It's gonna take me a minute, and yeah. So maybe we'll I don't know. I gotta turn that air compressor back on, so I'm not gonna film it. This thing's too noisy. So we'll be right back. Hold on, guys. All right, guys. So we got shackles all done. Pretty much good to go. They're nice and got about a 45-degree angle on them with all the weight on there, which is good. My son hooked up the rest of the nitrous today, which you guys saw on that spacer, and immediately, well, before that, the fuel pump actually went out on this thing. So I got to buy a fuel pump. I'm just going to get an electric one that goes in line. We were just looking at them on Speedway, has a good deal on one, so I'm going to just buy that. We're going to put a new fuel pump on this thing. Also, we got Mill Creek Fab Shops, like I said before. We got his cab in here. I was hoping to maybe try to start on it today, but we ran out of time working on this thing. We took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. And also, you guys saw the transmission he bought for the Pontiac, which he's going to do a gasser thing. Mill Creek Fab Shop was here, and he had a bunch of parts that he gave to him for his car. So I'm going to flip you around, and we're going to check that out real quick. So let me, I'm just going to take you out of the tripod. We're going to try to do this without pausing, because I don't like editing a lot. And I usually don't edit, but I usually do put clips together. So anyways, we got these heads. They're off that truck motor that he got. They're lower compression heads, but I think if we have them machined down a little bit, and if he wants to put bigger valves, we can put those in there. You can see that. What's the transmission again?
T56.
T56 6-speed transmission back there. And you got an oil pan and some other stuff. It's back over there, but yeah. So, anyways, we got that. He wants to use that for the Pontiac Chieftain gasser, the 50 Pontiac gasser he's gonna do. He wants to put a tunnel ram on it. He's looking for a small block. He has a couple leads on one, or on a few of them, and he wants to build it to kind of like this, but better. He wants to put a tunnel ram with 2 carbs. I only have 1 carb and no tunnel ram on this thing. So there'll be upcoming videos on that. You guys saw the cab, I think I showed it, maybe not. So we have a few spots to do on his cab. This Mill Creek Fab Shops cab's in here. It's on the cart. We got a few areas we're going to be patching things up and pulling some dents out and doing some other little things to it. So that's going to be probably next weekend. I still got to get back on the 428. I want to do a video on that maybe next weekend. Right there. I got to finish cleaning the bores, and I also have to finish cleaning a few other things up with the wire wheel and that, getting it kind of cleaned up so I can start seeing what I got and measuring things. Anyway, the other thing I got to do, and this is going to be important come before winter, is you guys notice this whole area over here used to be a spray booth from the guy that we bought the house from 5-6 years ago. But now it's just full of junk, because when I moved here, when I moved here, all I had was a 2.5-car garage at my old house, and it was full of stuff. And I had one side was good for parking a car, but the other side was full of stuff. So when I moved here, everything went to the garage, other than like the toolboxes, their compressors and welders and everything. All the boxes of crap went over there. So my plan is, now this Studebaker gasser is just about done. I want to get that cleaned out over there, to get enough room to where I can put the Studebaker in that other side. And I can pull the F100 in here, start working on that. Of course, working on the motor too before that. But I still need an open bay over here where this cab is right now, because I got my daily driver cars, and if my son needs to, come over here and work on something on his daily or whatever, I need to have an open bay. So normally during the wintertime, I got that Ford 8N tractor. I keep a plow on the back of that for plowing the driveway in the winter. So normally I keep that on this bay, because this is where I have it draining the floor here. So that'll be in here for the winter, and then if I need to pull it out to get something in here, it's no big deal. It starts right up, pulls right out, no big deal. And I can pull in a car or whatever to work on it for a day or whatever. So I need to have this middle bay open. So I like to get this over there, get the F100 in here soon, and then start working on that. So, got to keep the videos rolling. I know I don't do the videos like I used to. It's just sometimes with my work schedule, it's too crazy enough to come out here and make videos every day. I used to make videos like every other day or every day, depending on what was going on. But so that's the plan. We're going to be doing some switcheroo in here, and I need to put some lights over there too, because those lights don't work. So I can see if I do have to go over there and do anything, I can see what's going on. So there's going to be some driving going on. I got to do the alignment one more time, make sure it's good. It looks like it's maybe a 1/4 inch toe out right now, because I had that loose tie rod. So that'll be probably tomorrow, and then when the fuel pump comes, there'll be an install, maybe a video on putting that in. And it's just going to be an electric fuel pump with it's a lower pressure fuel pump. It's a 7 to 14 psi or something.
4 to 7.
Yeah, 4 to 7 psi. So it should be perfect for this. It doesn't need a regulator, so that'll work out. So yeah, there'll be a video on that probably. And yeah, so like I said, if you have not subscribed yet, do that. Get on the giveaway if you haven't done that yet, and definitely leave me a comment, like and share, and give me a thumbs up and everything else, because that helps the channel somehow. And we'll see you on the next video. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.